Oh no!
Welcome everybody to Ourflix with Robby and Emily.
I'm Robby.
And I'm Emily. I put Robby's name first.
Oh.
I just realized, Robby, something when the whole opening thing was happening, that I didn't plug my Ethernet in.
I don't know what that means.
Well, I probably should.
Are we going to lose you?
Well, I don't think so, but I've been having some Wi-Fi problems. Sheesh. So I want to make sure that I don't have Wi-Fi problems. So do you think that you could entertain the audience for just a moment while I do that?
Sure, I'll show them around my home theater. Hi, everybody, it's me. Oh! How rude. So this is where I watch on my TV. This is my theater in Ocoee, Florida. No, it's not. It's just a green screen. So Emily and I were going to do a show together where we just talk, and then we came up with this idea, actually Emily did, that we could maybe talk about what we've been binging, because everybody's binging stuff right now. As I look through Facebook, so often, am I right? You get people saying, please, I've run out of things to watch. What are some good suggestions? I like documentaries, ... Or I need something stupid and funny to watch, ... So Emily and I have different tastes in TV in some things, but we have the same taste in some things too. So we haven't talked about it at all with each other. So tonight we are going to find out what we've been, and please, you give us ideas too. We're watching the comments and we will see what you guys are watching and if you agree with us. I don't usually like to.
Okay, well, that was agonizing. Robby,
I don't usually like to give my opinions. I usually hold off on them. But oddly enough, with Emily, Emily's like one of the few people that I actually tell my opinions to. So I feel comfortable doing it here.
That's true. You do, but you're still not very, you're not very forthright with a lot of your opinions.
I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Oh, well, I don't mind. You know, in case anybody was wondering what, because we're going to be talking about what we've been watching. And currently what my mother is watching in the other room is the Framingham High School graduation class of 2020. And I got to tell you, I've been hearing it on our iPad in the background, and it is tough stuff.
Does she know anybody in the class of 2020?
Yes, my nephew, Connor, is graduating. No, Janet didn't go on she didn't decide, you know what? I bet high school's graduating. I'm going to watch the graduation.
Just to reminisce about the Framingham days.
I remember when my sons went to Framingham High School. I wonder if I could watch a live stream of the class of 2020's graduation that was planned very last minute right now. I can on Framingham Cable Access Network on the internet.
Everything's available.
Well, the reason I mention it is because when I heard it, it's the principal of the class going, and who could forget when Marianne Carter got that art foundation to go to France, and also Mickey J when he won.
So your mom is watching that. My mom is watching us right now. I saw her name.
Oh, well, yeah. See, my mother's not. She's watching my nephew graduate from high school.
That's nice, though. That's nice.
Well, I know, but a little support on my end would be nice. Now, hopefully I'm not lagging. I don't know how to do things. I mean, I plugged in the Ethernet, but then I don't know if I have to jump off the Wi-Fi. And then if I jump off the Wi-Fi, I don't know what that'll mean. Don't worry about it.
I don't feel like there's a lag between us. There's, of course, the lag that they get, 20 seconds, but I think I can hear you in time.
We'll see what happens when a insane, I almost said snowstorm, rainstorm all of a sudden happens out of nowhere.
Oh, boy. My mom, speaking of my mom, was at my house. The whole family was here on Sunday night. And that Sunday night, that was the night VK and Alex were online, and Alex lost her power.
Yep.
Power, but it felt like that storm sat over us and just lightninged on our heads for an hour.
Robby, can you explain to me why when that hurricane that was supposed to come 2 weeks ago, they talked about it incessantly, and then that storm on Sunday happened, no one made a peep. I thought we were going to die.
I know.
Thunder was the loudest I've ever heard.
Yep, I agree.
What did you do today, What did you do today, Robbie, though?
Today, I heard my mom, actually, speaking of my mom again, told me that somebody on the neighborhood app had cut down an oak tree and was giving away free firewood. So I went over to this lady's house and I piled my car with firewood. So now I'm set for the winter.
For the winter?
I don't know. And for now, I'm already having fires in the backyard.
It's too hot. No?
Yeah, but it's really lovely and relaxing in the new backyard. Thank you for asking, Stuart. The landscape is looking awesome, and the fire pit is really relaxing and sweet to sit by. I was thinking I'm going to be doing my check-in for SAC on Monday. I was thinking of doing it from the fire pit and starting a fire and having it out there.
I mean, who could argue? Who could argue with that? Who wouldn't want to watch you? Now, I do have to say that when we were getting ready for the show tonight, and now that you're talking about your grandiose new backyard and how you're going to film from the garden, and this evening when I messaged you, I said, all right, why don't we jump on? I'm here. I'm ready. Jump on whenever you want. And Robbie says, okay, Jim just served me my dinner. Not I'm eating or I'm having dinner, or also I don't really, a needless piece of information nonetheless. But he says, Jim just served me dinner. And then his Jim messages me and he says, Mr. Paget is taking his dinner in the drawing room. He has been served on schedule and he will be with you. He will be with you forthwith.
You call Adam my lord.
That's a mistake.
Jim actually does serve. And, it's funny, now that we have the SAC check-ins every night again at 7:00, we're back on schedule like we were before.
You're welcome.
Jim knows that I take my dinner at 6:30 in my bed.
I got to tell you, though, on the nights, because I'm with my mom, but then on the nights that I stay at my house with my lord, with Adam, he's here, everyone. Everyone, don't worry about it. Adam's here. A little late, but here. But good thing his ears must have perked up because we're talking about him. I'm my lord. Okay. He too knows. Bring me my dinner right before the live stream. If I'm not in it, we watch it, and we watch it on the television, and we get our food, and he makes it. He preps it all right for that time.
That's so sweet. He brings it on a TV tray out to me and sets it in my lap with my first of my 2 Bud Lights a night that I get.
That you get.
I've been losing weight, Emily.
Oh,
so have you?
Yeah,
you've been losing weight. Good.
Yeah. Turns out real life doesn't agree with me.
No, this is working out better. We're healthier.
This is much better. I'm thriving. I'm thriving. I don't know. Other people, I get it, and I'm sorry they're having a tough time. But my gosh,
Erica wants
never going to a grocery store again. Neither one of us.
No. We both hate it. That's something we both completely agree on. We hate grocery shopping.
Hated that all the while. So here we are.
Adam and Jim do it.
Marco said that he's very alone on the YouTube. Everyone, you're welcome to go watch this on YouTube so that Marco's not alone.
I feel like the YouTube watchers are later watchers. Like they watch it after it's already been up. That's how I would watch it on YouTube. And the Facebook Live are the ones that are watching in the moment, usually. So Marco, thanks for watching on YouTube right now.
Thanks for watching it on YouTube in real time when it's happening. We flutter in and out of the numbers, but it doesn't matter because I think most people watch these after the fact. So let's get down to it. It's like Robbie said, we have been all binging things.
Yeah. I mean, you can only do so much other stuff around the house. Watching the TV.
I'm thrilled to watch television, and I'm thrilled to almost be given permission to watch far more television than I normally feel okay with.
Yeah, it's been good to catch up because I've felt guilty that, especially when you're improvising, there are lots of references that you don't know that you feel like everybody else knows. They write lines for the floor from a TV show and the whole audience laughs and you've never even heard of it. I feel like I'm catching up on pop culture references, maybe a little.
Oh, so look out, everyone, when Robbie comes back. Well, he's already back. I think that my mom just yelled yay because my nephew went across the stage. But you have to understand, she's alone in the other room. Who's she yaying?
He's in Massachusetts.
Yeah, he's not going to hear. All right, next, Connor Fontano. And my mother's watching on an iPad. She yelled. Golly.
Look,
So yes.
look, Camille Romero,
Yeah.
my first crush, asked me if I'm losing my voice. Here's the thing. I feel like we don't talk as much all day. Like I'm not working at work all day. So then when I do start talking, all of a sudden, here it is, 7 p.m. Jim and I have spoken here and there, but now my voice isn't warmed up because I haven't talked. We don't talk.
Okay.
I already have a gravelly voice, Camille. I know she lives in Maui and I live here and we don't see each other. My voice has turned into a little bit of a gravelly voice, but it does sound like I'm losing my voice because we don't. What's wrong, Emily?
You sound like Sting. You sound sexy.
I love Sting.
Wait, you do?
Oh, I don't listen to much pop music, but Sting is the one artist that is on my Amazon listen to music.
Oh, which one is? What do you like? You like a certain number?
My first Sting album was Nada Como El Sol. It was. I don't even know what it is in English.
All right, let's move on.
Okay, well, it's all in Spanish and Portuguese.
I know the album.
Okay.
It's just so elitist of you to, you know, of course, that's the album with your dinners being served in your drawing rooms and your.
Why is that elitist?
Well, of course, because of course of the one Sting album, you're like, oh yes, I very much enjoy. Everyone's waiting for you to say 10 Sumner's Tales. Oh, you love
the Spanish one, but it's not normal because I got it in Germany. It's a whole story.
Did you shape of my heart on that one?
What?
Did you shape of my heart on that one?
Yes, maybe. Corazón.
Okay. All right, let's. This show is not about what you're listening to.
No, it's what we're watching.
It's what we're watching. So, Robby is responsible for. He's kind of categorized these into groups. So we'll just take it away. We're going to start off with what we've been watching. What are the scripted comedies? What are the scripted comedies that we've been watching? Now, Robby, did you want to start or would you like me to start?
Oh, I don't care. We can do them that way or together or.
So,
I've binged and finished. Except Veep, we're still watching. We're mid-season 4. But look over on the left is Brooklyn Nine-Nine. We never watched it at all. We watched from beginning to end. It's like 9 seasons. That was our go-to for a while. We finished watching Philadelphia. Everything's
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Everything's sunny in Philadelphia.
Shut up. Jim had been watching and I kind of watch in and out, but then together we watched the final season of that. Neither of us had watched The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
And you could have lived without it.
No, it was very good, and I'm excited to watch if they'll make another season. It's really good, Emily.
They shouldn't. They shouldn't.
Did you watch it?
You know, I watched about.
No,
I watched 10 minutes of the first episode, waiting to be whisked away, to be taken away, because everyone was telling me. My friend Brittany messaged me. She said, "Are you watching The Marvelous Miss Maisel?" I said, "Should I?" She said, "Absolutely." I put it on and I thought, I'm going to be transported. I'm going to love this. I hated it.
Well, it's really well written. It's very well artistically designed. The whole period of it all.
Ew!
Oh my God. And now Veep. We'd never watched Veep. Everyone's blah, blah, blah. It's the best thing ever. She wins the Emmy every year. And we just never gotten around to it. And now we're halfway through that. Now, George is asking me if I haven't been watching shark shows every night because it's Shark Week as of Sunday night. But we don't have regular TV. We only have the Hulu, Netflix, Disney, stuff. So we don't watch normal TV until it pops in. Like we can watch Shark Week 2015 on like a Hulu, but that's ridiculous.
No, I find that too. It's like I want to be as current as I can be, or I want a show that's like already gone to its completion. So I you know what I mean?
Yep. I don't want to have to then when this is over, now I have to wait every week and tune in Tuesdays at 7 o'clock. I can't.
No, I can't get into that. What are we doing? I'll talk about that with one of my programs. Now, I love Veep. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
The guy's really cute on it. And the one season he got fat.
I know who you're talking about.
Just for a bit. and then he got into muscular. That's
He's married to a wonderful woman.
well, he's gay on the show in the final season. Oh, I mean,
You know what we didn't do? We made no disclaimer
about
or
spoilers.
promise.
Okay, I won't do any more spoilers. Well, we won't do spoilers.
Well, he already did a spoiler. He said the Marvelous Miss Maisel's good.
Oh,
Boy, are you going to feel like something got spoiled
Oh,
when you watch that crap.
it's delightful and wins a many award.
It wins. Oh, well, then it must be good. Well, so, okay, so these are the scripted comedies that you've been watching.
Yes, your turn.
Here is the, let me see. Listen, it's hard for me to keep track of all of it. So I've got to say for mine.
No, two and a half.
So, okay. I'm glad that's what you first noticed. You guys.
Wait, I don't even know what this one is with the ladies.
Oh, that's Pen 15.
Oh,
Oh, if you haven't watched it, you should watch it.
looks like penis. That's the
No,
bit. No?
Robbie.
PEN1.
No, I know, Robbie. Stop it. It is 7:15. Kids are graduating right now from high school. And you're saying penis.
That's a kid's joke.
No kidding. It's the, oh my goodness.
That's the point.
So I guess I'll start with Pen 15 now that I'm, but these two women, they're actresses. They're like in their 20s, 25, 26, they're women.
Yeah.
But they act on the show as though they are 16-year-old girls. And all the other actors on the show are actually young kids.
I've heard of this. I think Jim watches it.
Well, I loved it.
I heard it's good.
Okay. And then Cheers. I went back to the beginning of Cheers because it's a wonderful show.
Wonderful.
And then Everybody Loves Raymond. My mom puts on 3 things. Everybody Loves Raymond. 2.5 Men.
Oh,
And Friends.
I mean, Friends was good. Does it hold up, Friends? I haven't watched lately.
Yeah, I find myself laughing out loud.
Okay.
Today there was an episode where Phoebe was doing lots of silly, funny things.
You know what I didn't? Oh, what? I love the Phoebe. She was on Mad About You before as Ursula, her sister, and then that character was so good they made a twin sister Phoebe for Friends.
I didn't know that Ursula was because of Mad About You.
Yeah, she was the waitress on Mad About You, and so funny on that show.
Wow.
You were saying Schitt's Creek, of course, but I'd already watched it before pandemic came. It's the best show ever.
Oh, well, I love Catherine O'Hara. I mean, she's like a hero. But I watched the first episode and I was like, oh,
No, you can't. No, you got to stop going like that after first episode. You know what I didn't mention was Muppets Now. The new Muppets. There's only about 2 episodes so far. It's on Disney Plus, and I've laughed out loud throughout both episodes.
Muppets Now?
Yeah.
I'm realizing we're just sitting here talking about what we're watching on TV.
I know. That's what we said we were going to do. I'm trying to read people's comments.
Well, here's one. You watch Penis. That's what.
That's the joke, right? I don't know.
Okay. All right. Muppets Now rocks.
See? It's laugh out loud funny. They've still got it.
I love the Muppets.
That's Camille.
Says your old crush.
She was Alice, and I was the frog footman in Alice in Wonderland. I've talked to you about that before.
Yes, you certainly have. Well, I think we're done with our comedies. Let's go on to our next category.
Go.
What we've watched, scripted dramas.
Dun, dun,
Scripted.
dun.
So Robbie's dramas.
Finished during this pandemic, except 13 Reasons Why. I had watched the first season before the pandemic, and then I'd stopped. And
Because it was a nightmare. Because it was stupid.
no, because the second season hadn't come out yet. And when it did, I didn't get back into it. Jim didn't watch it, so I wasn't watching it at the time. But now that's become the show that I watch on the elliptical because it's hour and I'll spend an hour on the elliptical and listen to it and watch it myself. This high school, I mean, I don't even understand who this show is written for. It's not written for high school students because it's too much. Because it's rape and drugs and murder and getting away with murder and it's a lot. So I feel like it's written for college age and adults who want to look back and think that their childhood wasn't so bad compared to these kids.
That's like that program Euphoria. Did you ever watch that?
No, what's that?
With Zendaya. Do you have HBO?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, watch Euphoria and then take a bath. Because if you think that 13 Reasons is tough stuff,
yeah,
I guarantee they've got nothing on Euphoria.
Oh, are they trying to be horrific?
What is that?
Is it trying to be like a horror or?
It's not a horror. It's like almost like it's their real lives, and their real lives are sick.
Is it reality?
No.
Oh. Okay. So
and then also, 13 Reasons Why sounds awful to me.
No.
Across the board.
It's dramatic soap opera kids.
Awful.
I got into it.
What else?
Okay, so Love Victor is on its right up there. That is based on the movie Love, Simon, which is a gay, really sweet film. And I think they did a really good job of making this one season of Love Victor really sweet and dramatic. And a gay love story in high school, which never would have happened in my day, but now it can happen. But now, and a lot of these things, you feel so bad because now, they've been planning on filming the second season or whatever, the next season right now, and they can't. And with these high school shows, they're just going to get older. And because look, over here on the left is Dark. This show was filmed in Germany. It was 4 seasons, but they knew it was only going to be 4 seasons. So they wrote this great, very complex story, not unlike Lost, but Lost hadn't written their ending yet. And so people were very unsatisfied with the ending of Lost. With Dark, they knew what the ending was going to be. When the end came, it was like, ah! But it's all supposed to have happened in a certain amount of time. But like the little 10-year-old, it took 4 years to film this. So he's a completely different person.
Come on.
But man, it's good.
And I watched the trailer for Dark because you commented that you had been watching it. And it looked like.
It's great. But you need to watch it in the German and read the subtitles. People read it. Don't do the dubbed version because it's a different actor. You got to listen to the real actors do their thing.
Okay, if 10 people in the comments tell me to watch Dark, then I'll watch it. Otherwise, I'm not.
So then there's over Hollywood was the miniseries. What? Why are you rolling your eyes?
I watched the first episode. No, not even. I watched up until when Patti LuPone took that gas station attendant to the hotel.
Do you know that this is based on a true story?
Yes.
I'm reading the book right now. I'm halfway through. It's amazing.
It's exhausting. I'm exhausted by it.
No, it's fascinating. All the sexual exploits going on back then. It was great. And then The Politician right under me here with what's his name from Dear Evan Hansen. I couldn't possibly be more uninterested.
Robby, I watched the first episode. I went, Judith Light, Gwyneth Paltrow, this young man. It looks fun. I watched the first episode. I wanted to flippin' have the flu instead.
I didn't like it.
Oh, a lot of the ladies like Outlander because I think there must be handsome men on it or something. You should hear the women. They go bananas about it's always like, yeah.
Well, she says you love it. No?
I don't love it. It's a funny joke she's doing because no.
Well, then I should watch it. I like handsome men.
Well, there we go.
Dramas.
Those are all your scripted dramas that you've really been into. Here's my scripted dramas. It's a horrible picture. But what I've got here is I've got Law and Order.
Okay.
Because when I go to bed at night, I put the Law and Order on.
Is that one of those things that has different shows? Law and Order SUV, Law and Order New York City, Law and Order Las Vegas.
Yes. Law and Order Special Victims Unit, Law and Order Criminal Intent.
Yeah.
Oh boy, people are going to give me a hard time. Regular Law and Order. But I love Law and Order. Mostly the original seasons where, what's his name that played the Candlestick?
We just watched a documentary that included. There's an O in it.
Orwell. James? No.
Orbach.
Jim Orbach?
Somebody Orbach.
Jamie Fraser, Jim, tall drink of water. Oh, they're still talking about the stupid outlander. Jerry Orbach? Jerry Orbach.
Lumiere.
He's the one that was in, I almost said Footloose, Dirty Dancing.
Okay.
Well, I watched Law and Order. Now, when you were talking about watching a show that hasn't, so we started watching Better Call Saul, and I didn't realize that, there wasn't going to be a new season of Better Call Saul anytime soon. Have you watched Better Call Saul?
I watched the first few episodes, and then I stopped. I need to finish watching. I know I'll love it.
Oh, because did you watch Breaking Bad?
Yeah, I loved it.
I mean, I'm loving it.
Yeah.
But then we didn't even realize we watched all of it, and now we have to wait.
Yeah. Who knows?
Oh, this virus needs to get its act together. Then I'm also watching The Perry Mason. Have you watched this on HBO?
I thought Perry was a movie. No, it's a series.
It's a series, a limited series.
Someone said it's great. Film noir perfection.
Somebody, how do you get the comments that fast?
No. I remember reading that. No one said that here. Someone said that. I feel like I read it today on Facebook.
You just sourced that very specific comment about that show?
Yes. It happened today. I have a terrible memory. It happened earlier today on Facebook.
It happened earlier today on Facebook. Okay. Look at this. Richard's telling us that Jerry Orbach was a veteran Broadway actor.
That's true.
And he's Baby's dad.
He was
right.
He was the original Danny in Grease on Broadway.
Well, he was also apparently the original El Gallo, whatever that means.
El Gallo. That's from what? That's from Man of La Mancha.
Oh.
See?
I just love that I said Gallo, and you're like Gallo. Okay, but I got to tell you, you've got to watch this Perry Mason, because you'll look at the gentleman that plays the lead Perry Mason and you'll say, who's this schlep? Who cares about this man? One episode in, you'll care.
That's the thing about Emily. She makes her decision after one episode.
I do. If at the end of the episode, I'm left going, oh no.
El Gallo is from the Fantastics. I've been corrected. The Fantastics.
Okay, well, what I know about a Broadway musicals could fit in a water bottle cap. So, I was going to sit here and fact check El Gallo. What musical I was flipping in. All right. And then also the last scripted series I was watching was I Know This Much Is True with that Mark Ruffalo.
Oh, do you love Mark Ruffalo.
You love him? Yeah. Well, I love him. I love him.
The kids are all right. The Incredible Hulk.
You've got to watch this. I Know This Much Is True. You won't believe it. You won't believe it, Robby. He plays twins.
I believe
Write it down. Write it down. He played Mark Ruffalo, role of a lifetime. He plays twins.
Oh.
It's after the book, the Wally Lamb book, I Know This Much Is True, about these twins in upstate New York and their troubled life. And extraordinary. The acting.
He's great. I believe. I know this much is true. I believe this much is true.
I know this much is true.
Okay, you said before.
He did you know that when he first got into the biz, he got a brain tumor?
No.
And had brain cancer, and it had to have major brain surgery?
Mark Ruffalo?
Yes.
I did not know that.
And he kept working. He worked through all of it.
Wow.
Right after 13 going on 30. He was right about to hit.
Wow.
Have you ever seen that movie? Okay, we're not going to do this. Okay. 13 going on 30 is an iconic.
Ruffalo role, says Molly.
It is an iconic role. I mean,
going on 30. I'm going to write that down too.
Have you seen the movie where Reese Witherspoon's apparently on death's doorstep and Mark Ruffalo sublets her apartment?
No.
And then she's in a coma, but he falls in love with her ghost?
Okay, I just need to watch all the Mark Ruffalo.
Have you seen the Mark Ruffalo movie where there's a woman who's got cancer, but she doesn't tell her family? She just makes a list of things she wants to get done. And one of the things she wants to get done is have a man fall in love with her, a stranger. So she has Mark Ruffalo, who she meets in a laundromat, fall in love with her.
No!
Amazing. All right. Okay, William, we see The Witcher. No one's going to watch it. I saw 2 seconds of it because I believe my Lord Adam was watching it.
I think Jim
no one's going to watch it.
Jim loves the teen witch, wolf, vampire dramas.
Like Twilight.
And all the teen superhero drama. He watches all of those. But I don't watch them.
I love that there's a teen superhero genre. He watches all of those. All of what? How many are these?
Supergirl, The Flash, and they'll have an event where all the shows have a shared episode together at the end of each season. It's all like the DC universe.
Oh, they're like it's a television program.
Yeah. It's not my thing. Jim loves them.
It's not my thing.
Arrow, thank you, William. Yep, that's another one.
All right, okay, so that's all my scripted dramas.
We're halfway done.
Here we go. We're moving on to documentary. Now, I have a question about this this next category because it was documentary or reality series. Now, did that mean documentary films, documentary series, and reality series? Because that's what I took it to mean.
I didn't really include films, except later we'll get into a film set. I meant like docu-series. A docu-series or reality series that weren't competitions. Except for you hated it, even though
I didn't hear anything you just said. What did you say?
Tiger King. You hated it. You weren't going to have anything to do with it, right?
It was stupid.
It was
trash.
Yeah, but it was fascinating.
It wasn't that fascinating.
People this crazy, it's fascinating. You don't think there are people this crazy on Earth, and then there are crazy people.
I think that there's crazy people flipping everywhere.
Okay. I don't bump into them every day.
Okay. Oh, what, you're bumping into the Tiger King people?
No, so it was fascinating to me.
Right up the road, too. Right up the road from them.
Know. More drama now. It was in the news today. Anyhow, the Jeffrey Epstein Filthy Rich.
I watched it.
I mean,
disgusting.
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Fascinating. I can't take my eyes away. And over the past week, TLC had a 4-part surviving Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, I watched it.
I can't watch it because I don't have TLC. I have to wait for 2 years for it to come out on Hulu.
No, I bet you could get like some crappy TLC app where there's an ad like every 6.5 seconds.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to do that. Okay, then Down to Earth was the Zac Efron show. What is that?
I watched like I think maybe the first three of them. And then the first one I tried to lie to myself and tell myself that Zac Efron was like charming.
He is. Okay, look, here's the thing about the Zac Efron show. He says it like in the 5th episode. He says, look, I didn't think I was going to get this famous from this High School Musical thing. It was just another gig. And then he shot to superstardom. He's driving his grandma's, station wagon. And then the paparazzi are going crazy. So he's been thrust into this fame. So he thought he would do something with the fame. He knows people are paying attention. So why not try to help the Earth? So he found a guy who knows about it.
Yeah. I know what the show is. I watched it, for crying. You're like telling me the show that I watched. Also, that guy, one of my friends, I'm trying to think of who looked it up. I think my friend Rebecca, she looked up the net worth of that guy that he's traveling around with.
Yeah.
And it's like $20,000.
Well, and then there's a spoil. I won't spoil it, but there's worth less at the end of the series.
What?
I'm not going to say. But also, our friend Joel Warren, who works with us at SAC, went to college with his ex-wife.
With whose ex-wife?
The hippy dippy guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
He also went to school, Joel Warren, with the one that's on Community and was on Mad Men. She's beautiful. The brunette. What's her name? Ugh.
I didn't
Forget
watch
it.
either of those shows.
I feel like she might even be like a godparent to one of the kids. Okay, anyways. See?
Okay, I'm not sure what's in the middle here because we're covering. I know that the Frozen 2, Disney Plus, that is great. Just watching how they make these animated films is fascinating. And what?
Frozen 2? I'm watching a making of?
Yeah, it's really fascinating to watch how they put these things together.
Allison Brie. Allison Brie is the name of the lady.
Jamie said that other guy's a dud. Jim hates that other guy. He didn't like him at all.
Well, I mean, I have to say the Zac Efron thing with the guy, it's like a couple of duds, a couple of people that you're like, sure, they look great, but like 15 minutes, it's like, oh boy. I mean, like Zac Efron's got nothing to talk about. I mean, even when they were seeing the most amazing things in the world, he's like, wow.
But he's the us. He's experiencing it for the first time. He's learning. So we're watching him learn. He's the us position of the teacher.
So many bracelets.
Really turned into a big hairy man from the little twink that he was during High School Musical.
Oh, he's cute as a button.
Okay. Wait, what are these other two on the sides in the middle here?
Oh, well, when I bring you out, you have to understand it makes you silent because I screwed up how I put things in. So hold on.
Rogue Trip. So,
okay, well, you talked anyway, even though I just told you it makes you silent.
All right. So the Boonies is about these people who are living off the grid. I just watched that. That's like a National Geographic.
No, the Goonies is about kids that go find buried treasure.
Oh, Boonies. And then Rogue Trip was very enjoyable. Docuseries about he was a reporter back in the day. Now he's taking his son to all the places he went that were war torn at the time, but now they enjoyed them as vacation places. It was really good. Prop Culture is on Disney Plus. I enjoyed it. You get deep dives into some of the old Disney shows, and he brings some of the props. Taste the Nation with Padma Lakshmi. Food. You didn't like it? Exploring
I didn't watch it.
The different cultural foods in the United States. Very enjoyable. And this middle one, oh my gosh, Jim loved it because he loves blonde men. It's this family. Have you seen it?
No, but I'm curious about it because
I feel like you would really like it.
What's it called again?
Welcome to Plathville. So it's the Plath family, I think they're called. And this mom and dad, they're not Mormon and they're not like Quakers or anything, but they do not let the kids do anything except play on the farm barefoot. And then this older son, the oldest one who's on the left in this picture, he just got married and he's the most naive person you've ever, because they're not allowed to do anything.
Except run around in the farm with their
they don't even have sugar. Like this girl that he married wasn't allowed to have they weren't allowed to have alcohol at their wedding, but then they'll sneak like Cokes to the younger kids now, and they'll get in so much trouble with the parents. No, Coca-Cola and ice cream. Oh, the drama.
You know what though? You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I love how I mean, because I would agree with this concept. I love that the idea that these parents are keeping their kids away from the poison that is sugar. They're not letting them have alcohol. They're going to let them live a really healthy and kind of pure life, probably healthier than anyone else. And we're like, stupid idiots.
No, okay, that's wonderful, but they have no knowledge. I mean, they leave high school and then what? They're not prepared for
They go and live on some farm and go do the same weirdo crap.
No, because like the next youngest daughter is rebelling. She is ready to, the minute she has a chance, she is going to do drugs, have every sexual escapade, move to the other side of the earth.
Welcome to Plathville. Also, Jamie Root Black is on a real campaign for us to talk about like every crummy TLC show that there is. Like
I don't get TLC.
Kate Plus 8 and Little People Big World, which is awful.
Is it? I remember seeing a little bit of Little People Big World. The first season was on and I kind of enjoyed it.
This is what is Matt says, earth healthy, no sugar, say no to all the fun stuff, then you get hit by a bus. Well, I mean,
They think they're having fun. They are having fun, but they are not ready for the real world.
Well, it's all relative. They don't know. They don't know.
Right.
It's like the Amish. And then they do.
Mom and dad are going to be gone someday, and they are not going to be able to handle the world.
They'll be fine.
Well.
All right, here come mine. Here come my ones. Remember, they don't hear us when I bring it up because I screwed everything up.
Okay.
It's also a horrible picture. I couldn't fit mine in. So
That's okay. I'm fascinated because these are kind of my favorite shows, so I want to know what you watch.
Okay, so Alive and Kicking, I watched last night. It is about Lindy Hop swing dancing and swing dancing in general. The history of what's happened to it now. It is a flippin' great documentary. It's not well made. It's dated. But when you think about the time it was made and how parallel it is to everything that's happening right now, it is extraordinary. It's how swing dancing started. The Lindy Hop started in Harlem, how it was a completely Black culture. It was totally something that was theirs. And then now it is like only white people doing it. But then there's this legend, Frankie Manning. Oh my God, I loved it.
So this is a one-time
documentary film called Alive and Kicking.
We just watched a tap dancing one the other day that was really good.
What's that one? I'll find it. Tap dancing.
It's on Disney Plus, I think, or Broadway HD. It might be on Broadway HD.
Okay, well, I'll never see that.
But it was really good. Same kind of thing. Talking about the history of tap, where it came from. It was fascinating and really good.
Okay, so there you go. And then there was another that Amanda, we all love her. She told me about it, and it's called Most Valuable Players, documentary about this school in Pennsylvania. These schools in Pennsylvania, every year they have this awards show called the Freddies, and it's the theater. It's kind of how we do state thespian competitions. Yeah. Well, it's that, but it's televised. Robby, it is the greatest. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, I will love that.
So you've got to watch Most Valuable Players.
Okay.
And then my other two reality documentary series. I just jumped ahead of you on this, by the way. Should have been your turn, but I jumped ahead of you.
No, you didn't.
Oh, no, we're still doing Okay. The other one is, I'm going to show everyone. Hold on. Lenox Hill, which is a docuseries on Netflix about a small hospital in New York, their ER, and their neurological
brain surgeons?
Neurology. Yes, brains. I'm telling you, this series is Lenox Hill. You will be addicted. The two male neurologists are
very neurological.
They're very neurological. So Lenox Hill, Netflix, you've got to watch it. Okay. And then the final is Real Housewives Beverly Hills. No. But okay, shut up.
I can't get into no.
Olive, first of all, I have a whole separate category, just like you do for one of yours, that I could tell you didn't know what to do with it because it's something you probably love so much.
No, it was just a thing.
You know what I'm talking about. Okay. Well, I have one of those. But Real Housewives Beverly Hills, I'm not even going to talk about it. It's lame.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Love on the Spectrum. Anyone? Amazing? Yes, Jamie. I just watched it last week. Have you not watched this?
Not yet, but I saw it on the thing. I was wondering if I should watch it.
1,000,000% you should watch it.
Go! I'm writing it down.
Joanna says, my God, Real Housewives, but you won't watch Outlander? Do not wind me up about the Housewives. You don't want to wind this top. It'll spin until your head spins. So
that Housewives is the kind of show that if I did turn it on, Jim would march out of the house.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah.
Nope. I know what Jim watches. Jim's watching Welcome to Plathville, for crying out loud.
Because it's real. Housewives is exaggerated drama.
You need to watch it from season 1. You need to watch. I'm not going to get into this. I have a separate category. Okay, moving on. Moving on now. This category, you're going to be on your own.
What?
Yep. This is what we've watched, competition shows.
Why am I on my own? You don't watch these at all? No. Why?
Well, I just silenced you. What did you say?
They just don't interest you?
No, I used to. I don't think any are particularly very good anymore. Nailed It is, have you watched Nailed It?
Yes. You can tell me you like it?
I loved it. Did you hate it?
No, I hated it. We watched the first episode and I hated it. They had that old lady judge who went puttering around, didn't know what was going on. The host was trying to be funny. She reminded me of an improv actress who didn't quite have a groove. She was making little jokes here and there.
100% what it is. I think it's Nicole Byer.
Yeah, but then I watched more and she got her groove and I did enjoy it. I do enjoy it now.
Robby, do you know I had the same experience with it? and the only thing that was keeping me held on to it was when they do the reveal of their, like when they would do the reveals of their things, I would laugh so much that.
Fantastic.
Okay, so tell me about your shows.
I mean, they set them up to fail. Okay, so up on the upper left is Lego Masters.
Oh, we got Lego Masters
It was
pretty
really
good.
People are Matt Javier said it's good. It really is enjoyable. They make astounding pieces of art with Legos. And they work hours and hours. It's really good. So then this next one over is the same sort of thing. They worked hours and hours. It's a British one. It's called The Big Flower Fight. And it's teams of two making these huge topiaries out of flowers and live plants. Really enjoyable. Alone is not unlike The Boonies, where it's following people who are living out off the grid. Alone is the same sort of thing. It's kind of like Man versus Wild, but they're on their own and they have to film themselves and they like dump them in like Canada and say, here, and whoever lasts the longest wins without tapping out. They have a radio. They say, help, a tree just fell on me. You have to come get me. Like, you know that at the end of every episode is someone tapping out, so something's going to happen. They fall in the ice water, they nearly drown, or their house catches on fire that they built, or a bear is breathing outside their.
Okay, don't tell me the whole series. I'm saving it for when I watch it.
It's good.
Hey, look at how I look like I'm the top of this guy's body. Yeah, look at that. See?
That's Nick Offerman from what is that one called? Making It.
Amy Poehler and
Amy Poehler, Nick Offerman. Making It. It's so good. It's so charming. The two of them are improv actors who are really good improvisational actors who've worked with each other for years and know how to be funny and engaging and charming, and it's really enjoyable to watch.
Okay, well, I'll take your word for it. Anything else? The Floor is Lava you're watching?
Floor is Lava, that's a throwaway where you're on your phone playing Words with Friends and you can just peek up every once in a while, and it's a good waste of time.
Put it on for 3 seconds and I thought, what a pile of crap this is.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And Ultimate Tag, we just watched it the other day. We watched the whole thing. I hated it. It's like, what's American Gladiators? They have these fake personas playing against real people, running around playing tag. I did not like it. I think I missed some in the middle there. What are those in the middle? Let's see. Competitions.
Don't make me.
Oh, Awake.
I watched Awake. Don't they count the coins?
Yeah. So they stay awake for 24 hours and then they have them do little contests.
They stay awake for 24 hours. And then if they count the right money, that's the money that they get or something?
They have to guess, and if it's close, they get. But then that's another one where the host is like a comedian who they have to be a host, and it's like, oh, God.
The host is, it's uncomfortable.
They try so hard. And
he's like putting on and he's not being himself, and it's very uncomfortable. It's like, no, just be yourself.
They get better after a few episodes. They learn what the deal is. But so those are what. But okay, I like Lego Masters and Making It, and the Big Flower Fight. I like when they're being creative.
Well, I would prefer they're doing something productive.
Yeah.
I didn't have any competition shows because I don't watch them. I used to watch Top Chef, but.
Hi, Mallory. Mallory and I used to teach scuba together.
Okay, well. I love this. Miss you, T. Robert Pygott. Robby, you know that your name's 3 different things. On your email, it's one thing. On your Instagram, it's one thing. On your Facebook, it's another thing. You're hard to find sometimes.
Let's keep you on your toes.
I prefer you didn't. All right. Now we're going to another category that I will not be able to contribute to necessarily other than my opinion. And I'm not really able to have an opinion.
This was just an idea we had because we were both sitting in the living room going,
what are we going to watch? What are we going to do?
What are we going to watch? We can go on Facebook and say, what should we watch? And I have a terrible memory. And even though I had read all the books and I'd seen all the movies, I'd forgotten them. And this is something that does come up in SAC shows once in a while. And it's a very pop culture type of thing. We've got the whole land over at Universal where people are very into it. So I thought, why not?
Hogwarts.
That's all you can come up with.
Diagon Alley, Hogwarts.
Okay, that's not bad. I thought, let's watch all the movies. So it took like 3 days of spare time and we went through all the movies. It was actually very enjoyable. They're great movies. They're great stories. It was enjoyable. It was fun to watch.
Okay.
So we have something that we binged during this pandemic.
Dumbledore.
So I threw that up there.
I'm going to say as many words that I can that have to do with Harry Potter. Dumbledore.
No.
Hogwarts.
Yes.
Slytherin.
Yeah.
Gibson.
No.
Owl.
Okay.
Hermione.
All right. With the accent.
Twins.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Edward.
No. The guy who plays Edward in Twilight appears in this.
Who's the slubbish redheaded kid?
Ronnie. I wouldn't say slubbish.
Ronnie.
It's Ron.
And the 4 houses are Slytherin, Gryffindor.
Yes. Wow.
Bumbles.
That vowel, because that's what that
Dumbledore.
No.
Dumbledore.
No.
Dumble.
No. Hufflepuff.
Oh, Hufflepuff, Slytherin, Gryffindor,
Yeah.
and Voldemort.
No.
Oh, wow.
Ravenclaw is the 4th.
Hagrid.
Oh, then we watched the 2 magical beasts, that she also wrote those 2. We watched all the Harry Potter and then the 2 magical beast movies as well. So it's all sort of the same world. Anyhow, you don't care.
I sincerely do not.
We thought
I'm glad that you and Jim had a time and you watched it.
We thought of doing it with the Marvel movies too. I mean, that's a commitment too. There's so many, and to watch them all in an order. We did that with Star Wars a few years ago, so I don't know. We could.
Did you already see the Marvel ones?
Yeah, but I forget. I'm telling you, I can watch something, and the next day I could watch it again, and a lot of it would be new to me.
Okay. All right. Well, now we're getting on to our last category. Oh, my God. We need to get a move on. So you really wanted to talk about this.
I have watched every episode of every season of Survivor, Amazing Race, and Big Brother. And what?
But Big Brother All-Stars is a whole.
Well, this season, they're just bringing back people who've played before. But it's this summer. It's always over the summer. And then, of course, we were like, oh, are they even going to do it this year? Because of the pandemic. Germany was mid-season. They just throw them in a house and they don't tell them any news that's going on. When the pandemic hit, they were halfway through the season in Germany. And then there was a debate of whether they tell the house guests or not. They ended up telling them, but then they ended up finishing the show. With this one, they quarantined all the people that they were going to have in the house for 2 weeks before they even got into the house. But I'm glad it's going on. I really enjoy it. It's 3 nights a week, so it's a lot of time to watch And
Well, Joanna Clark says all the seasons are the same.
How dare you?
And
Similarity.
Lewis says BB starts in a few minutes.
Oh, but we don't watch it live. We watch it the next day.
Oh.
No commercial.
If you don't have regular TV, how do you watch it?
We have CBS All Access.
Oh.
CBS app.
So that you can watch 60 Minutes and CBS Sunday Morning?
No, so that we can watch Amazing Race and Big Brother and Survivor.
Who's your favorite BB star?
No idea.
You don't remember any of them either?
No.
Well, they are.
You're right. If I can have Big Brother, you can have Real Housewives.
Robbie, I'm going to tell you this right now. I guarantee you, I've had multiple people in my life do this now. I've had multiple people that I said, if you start episode 1, season 1, The Real Housewives of New York, and you go with it, you let it take you, it will change your life.
Oh.
It will change your life.
Why? Isn't it fake and exaggerated and
not about it's fake? Listen, everything's fake. What do you think? Your show Alone, where they're out in the woods with the walkie-talkie and I got hit by a tree, is real?
Yes.
No.
Yeah. It literally is just them with a camera. There's no fake. There's nobody even there to tell them stuff.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Molly McCormick says, best of the Housewives series. And see, that's the thing.
Is
There
what?
are
New York.
multiple franchises.
But she says this one's the best in New York City.
Yeah, of course it is.
I don't know.
And this, look, what's the difference between Big Brother as opposed to the Real Housewives? Is this a hacky sacky?
Because Real Housewives is trying to come off as a reality series. Big Brother is a competition where the producers are setting up games and stuff. That's part of the deal. You know that it's real people being.
Oh yeah, Big Brother, they're being put into a different circumstance. It's not their normal life. Real Housewives, they're being filmed throughout their normal life.
But they've got producers saying, "Hey, why don't you go over and throw so and so?" Right?
I mean, yeah, but that's why if you start from season 1 when nobody knew what this stuff was going to be, you have to watch it in its purest form, which is season 1, and you'll see before the producers knew what they were doing, before the women knew what they were doing, before they'd become a thing. Watching that first season and then realizing how it evolves over time, it is fascinating. I mean, Bethany Frankel was living in a studio apartment in the Lower East Side. She was like a private cook. She had nothing. She was dating some loser named Jason who didn't want to be with her. And now she is a multi-millionaire. She created Skinny Girl, and
because people like glommed onto it and watched her and made her rich because she does nothing, like the Kardashians, right?
Does nothing. She works her fanny off, and she's a star. She is a star. Andy Cohen took one look at her. Jill Zarin didn't know what she was handing over to Andy Cohen.
It's a saga, Robbie, says Molly.
Well, so here's what some folks are saying. CBS All Access is for Star Trek. All Star Trek all the time.
That's true. In fact, I think that's why we got it for Big Brother. But that was a byproduct, is getting to have Star Trek as well.
Bethany's arc is everything.
Everything.
Seeing her, she falls in love with Jason Hoppy.
Oh, God.
He turns out to be a monster.
Wow.
Oh. Why does Robbie live in a movie?
Lawrence must have missed the beginning of the program where I was showing off my home theater.
Also, well, Robbie, that's it. You know, we're over time.
No, that's good timing. It's 7:59.
I know.
One.
We bored everyone to tears for exactly 1 hour, but you know what we did? We were here. We took people's mind off of anything.
That's the point, right? These SAC check-ins are just for an hour. Let's do.
You come or you don't come. You listen or you don't listen. You stay or you don't stay. You comment or you don't.
I beg to differ in that nothing happened. I learned a few shows that I now get to watch.
I've got my list right here.
Oh, good. See?
I'm starting.
Hopefully some of our audience got some ideas too.
Yeah, and we'll probably never do this again.
No. We'll talk, but we'll have a different topic.
Probably in the living room. My Janet's still watching her iPad, and there's a guy going, Marianne Wallingford.
Some lady on South Beach is going, whoa! That's my granddaughter.
Lauren said he was only bored for 8 minutes. Erica said this was amazing and hilarious.
Oh,
so
that's very sweet.
It is very sweet. All right, Robby, do you have anything you'd like to plug?
I can say that negotiations between Equity and Disney have just hit a milestone, and Equity performers will be called back to Disney, I think, soon. Unfortunately, Finding Nemo the musical is really complicated and won't be coming back as soon as some others, but some of my friends are going to get to go back to work soon, which I'm really excited about.
Oh, that's good.
The door is open. But in the meantime, Monday night, I'm going to be doing this maybe from my campfire.
The door is open?
The door is open for performers to come back to Walt Disney World and actually perform. You thought your door was open again?
Actually, no. I thought Jim was knocking lightly on the door, and you were like, and it's such a wonderful thing, and the door is open, and that's what's
popcorn.
All right. Well, look, everyone's saying they loved it. They're saying cool beans. I'm gonna promote. I guess I should promote what's going on at SAC.
Yeah. What's the rest of the week?
This Saturday at 1 p.m., you can take a free class if you want to try out improv and be, who wouldn't? It's very safe. We'll have shields. We'll have face masks. We sanitize everything. It's 2 hours. It's a great time. It's free. You go to sac.com/free and register so that we have an idea of how many people will be there. We've got multiple live streams coming up. Tomorrow night is Isolation Happy Hour with Rob Ward. Friday night is Lowrider Show and Tell. On Saturday night, we have Game Night with Jay Hopkins. On Sunday, we have Tell Me Something Good with Alex and VK. And at 8 p.m. on Sunday night, we have the Brackett Brothers. This week, it's animated shows. And on Monday evening is...
Me, maybe fire, if I can get a fire going.
If he can get a fire going. And then... Tuesday, SAC Backtracks, and you guys know the deal. Next Wednesday, it's Designated Debate. I mean, there's something happening every single night. Tune in at 7 p.m., SAC Comedy Lab's Facebook and our YouTube.
And live shows on Friday and Saturday at the theater.
I was getting to that. No, why don't you do that part, Robby? Go ahead.
Oh, no. You're the artistic director.
No, I'd really like you to do it.
On Fridays and Saturdays, we actually do live shows at the theater on the corner of Orange and Pine, downtown Orlando, where we are all wearing masks, so we are safe. We make sure that the audience is all wearing masks and they're all 6 feet apart from each other. Our house manager is making sure people are all separated. And we've been We've been doing them for like a month now, and people are really having a good time.
In fact,
what?
They're becoming so everyone is feeling so comfortable, so safe. That we are adding a 9:30 show on Saturdays because we've been hitting capacity, our half house capacity of 75 people. We've been almost hitting that now. So on Saturday night, we'll have a 9:30 as well.
This is the first I'm hearing about it.
It's just happened today.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first, everybody. So you can go see a live show at SAC Comedy Lab. Go to sac.com. You can purchase tickets for our Friday and Saturday night shows on Friday, 7:30, Saturday, 7:30, 9:30 with our professional ensemble. And then on every single night on SAC Comedy Lab's Facebook, if you're not venturing out into the world, you can check in with us for our live streams every night at 7 p.m. We have a free class on Saturday. Our next semester is starting beginning of September, I think. So you can take classes at the theater. We have an online stand-up class. You just got to go to sac.com. Keep looking at our Facebook. Keep looking at our Instagram. Robby, I love you so much.
I love you. This was awesome.
I mean, anytime I get to see you.
We don't talk much. It was nice to let it all out here. I can't wait to do it again. I hope we'll do this again, you and me.
You know what? Everyone was really raving.
Well.
All right. You know what I realized I didn't do?
What?
I didn't put our fun exit video in that I made.
I haven't seen it.
Well, I made a really fun exit video and then I didn't add to it. I wonder if everyone will wait.
Well, some people probably love to go watch Big Brother, but otherwise.
Oh, you mean some people? By some people, you mean you wish you were watching that now?
No, I'm watching it tomorrow. We're good.
You know what? It's not in here, and I'm not going to go looking for it. So they're just going to watch the beginning video again. I love you, Robby.
I love you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.